when they come in too.
Okay. All right, we are on the comments. Okay, cool. All right, we are live everywhere. Okay, hey everybody. Welcome to BnB Live. Second episode, episode 2. And we are still in our temporary studio and working on.
Do you mind if I add people?
Yeah, go ahead.
So they know that we're here.
And we are still working on figuring out all of this exciting technology. This is our temporary studio, and I will say that in a minute, but don't forget that we do this every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, and then we will be doing. The plan is eventually I'll have to be doing some interviews with people, and here comes Indigo. I'm not going to interview you today, Indigo, and I think I might have to give her a bone.
And while Aldana does that, then I'll just go ahead and continue on with kind of the idea of what she was sharing. And that is every Thursday, we are going to be going live with you great folks to share all the different products, the beautiful inventory that's coming to us from the women in Kenya with baskets and beads. So take it away again, Miss Aldana.
Yeah, with baskets and beads, but also interviewing other entrepreneurs and have maybe some other fair trade products that'll be offered later on. And then also we're going to be doing some live shopping. We'll do some of that today. We're testing out some things. This is still, I've done lives for a long time, but the way we're doing this, we're still working out the details of what that's going to look like and how that's going to look. Eventually we'll have things in a better kind of format where the cameras will be like, we'll have Instagram kind of over here, but I'm in a temporary studio right now and we're working with what we have. So I'm just glad that you're here. If you're here after the fact, thank you so much for listening. It's very awesome that you're coming. Don't forget about some things coming up. 28 May to 8 June is the trip to Kenya. I just had somebody else that I shared it with. They're like, oh, I'm praying about going. So I don't know if it's for you. I'd be happy to have you. Our trip is set, and I'm excited that people will be coming and experiencing Kenya, experiencing the women of Kenya, both in the Kipsongo slum and up at Mount Elgon. I'm waiting for another photo, but Layla's been not feeling well lately, so and we'll get some photos of. I'm sure we're getting very close to harvesting. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, news. I have news you can use. I'm going to be talking about this for the whole month. I think it's in the newsletter. If you're not on the newsletter, you can go to basketsandbeadskenya.com.
And before you do that, I wanted to ask you 2 questions, Aldana. One, is that keyboard for us to respond to those comments on there? Okay, because I would love to hold that keyboard.
Okay.
I would love to respond to people as they're commenting. And at the same time, while Aldana's sharing, it would be great for you guys to start dropping in the comments where you're coming from and where you're watching from.
Oh, yeah.
We'd love to know who you are, a little bit more about you. Hey, I'm here and I'm in Downey, California. I'm in Costa Mesa. I'm in wherever you're at. We want to know, where are you chiming in from? Put it in the comments. Let us know. We want to hear from you. We want this to be an interactive kind of thing, even though I know we have a lot to say, and Aldana is going to share with you some more things right now, but we want to also make this a very interactive time with you as well. In addition to that, if there's something you've already purchased from Baskets and Beads, we want to hear from you. We want to know, what is it that you purchased, maybe at an event that you saw Aldana at. Maybe you went to Fair Trade Long Beach as well. We want to hear from you. So share with us in the comments how you're connected to Baskets and Beads as well. So go ahead, Aldana. Continue.
Awesome. Well, if you go to basketsandbeadskenya.com, you'll see information about the upcoming trip. You can also find out other information, look at the products and things like that. So basketsandbeadskenya.com, that is where you find us over there. I'll hide that again. All right. And what? Oh, the thing. Wait, the thing. I am so excited about this thing. Okay. So I don't know if you don't know what an NGO is. An NGO is a non-government organization. It's the same thing as a nonprofit in the U.S. An NGO is the equivalent in another country. About a year ago,
oh my Lord,
we applied to get Dynamic Vision Foundation Kenya set up as an NGO in Kenya. This was even before we started with the farm. We felt led to do that. And so we started the process to set up an NGO over there in Kenya, so we could operate in Kenya as far as doing things with the government and things like that, maybe getting some help and things. And it took a long time. They kept coming back and saying, we need this,
we need this,
and
we need
we
that,
need
right?
this,
Always.
and we need this. And then they came back and they wanted, okay, I needed to sign it. And then I needed to provide some other information. And then they needed my original signature. And I ended up signing a document. Layla and Manu redid the whole thing. I signed it. We submitted it. Then they were like, oh, we need you to get an email address. Oh, we need this. We need that. It was all these little nit things. And we kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And Layla sent me an email 2 days ago that was congratulating us that they have approved it and the certificate is being issued. We can pick up the certificate. Dynamic Vision Foundation is an NGO in Kenya.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Good news for sure.
And the important thing about that is, especially because of the farm, that's going to start generating income, and we're going to need to be able to reinvest. So we need to open a bank account in Kenya, and we need an organization to open a bank account with, so we can start building that out more, because that's going to help more people. It's going to feed more people. And I think it's going to be good opportunities for the women that are going to be working it and their families to be able to earn income. And then other people that will be able to provide food to the ladies in Kipsongo. Right now we're growing cabbage. If you look down, if you're on Facebook, if you look down a little bit, or if you're on Instagram, I put the video of the growth, but that was around Christmas. So I think it's probably grown more. I think it's been raining a little bit, so they have everything's growing well, and I'm excited with the harvest. But one of the things that I'm hoping, because we will probably be growing potatoes. Right now we're growing cabbage. We'll probably be growing potatoes when we're there for the trip. We'll probably be growing potatoes. And I've grown vegetables before, but I've never grown potatoes. And I hope to pull a potato out of the ground.
Don't mind me. I'm just checking the comments here.
Yeah, that's okay. So that's one of the things we'll be doing on the trip. Actually, up in Mount Elgon, we are going to spend a couple of days. There's accommodation at Mount Elgon National Park. Mount Elgon National Park is in Kenya and Uganda. So we're going to be visiting both. We'll be doing a mobile medical clinic up there. It's very hard for them to get to healthcare, so we'll take some medicines and have some doctors and nurses go up there and treat families. We'll be raising funds for that. I'm going to be starting up the Give, Send, Go again to raise funds to cover those type of things, those type of expenses. And then we'll get to tour. We'll have a women's conference up there like we did before. And when I went there, we were expecting only a handful of women. And then what happened? It was over 200 women. So we had to have the conference on the side of the mountain, and it's beautiful up there. It's so green. The air is so fresh. And we'll get the opportunity to visit the national park. It's beautiful up there. It's something I'm excited to see. So
the other thing I wanted to say too, as you've just been sharing some of these other details, is to note how much this movement with baskets and beads has grown. And I think that it's important for you, the viewer and the listener, the supporters, for you to understand and know, like, you're a big part of that. The fact that you have gone multiple trips already, you're getting ready to take another trip there as well. And I keep going back to what started this whole thing, when you took your first trip there and you came back with a luggage just filled with what we're going to talk about today, right? And how much it's grown now. You guys are planting things, and there's vegetables that are growing, and this new certification that you've acquired, that it's acquired, and what that means, how it's going to open up more doors. And it's because of your contributions, you guys. It's because of your generosity, and you know, and the product is beautiful. It speaks for itself. It's worth purchasing, wearing, and having it in your home, even as part of your home decor as well. But the beauty is that not only are you buying something that is beautiful, but it really is an investment. And this is, you know, Aldana sharing with you how it is an investment and what your money is going towards when you purchase these goods. So.
Yeah, well, so those of you there, I know there's some listening who have been donors who've donated cash to for things like school fees and school uniforms, school supplies, for medical care, for food packs. We were able to provide food packs to the over 30 women and 80 kids in the Kipsongo slum during COVID for 2 years. And that wasn't because of me. It was because of people like you who donated. And then for those of you who have purchased items, you're carrying a bit of the ladies around with you who use their hands to make these products. So we'll jump into our product of the week that we're going to talk about.
And while you grab that product of the week, I want to acknowledge Alexander Van Name, who just gave you a shout out right now, saying that Aldana Lewis Fernandez is the real deal. And so we appreciate you, Alexander. Yes, we appreciate you in the comment. So I just want to let you know.
Oh, thank you.
People are starting to say stuff here.
That's cool. Awesome sauce. Awesome. Well, so it did start with a paper bead necklace like this. Mine is in the back. I should have been wearing it. It actually looks a lot like this because it does have the black beads. Some of them have gold beads or blue beads, but it started with a paper bead necklace, much like this. Most of you who have been following me know the story. In 2018, I went on a mission trip with Pastor Steve Rutenbar, who was a retired pastor from Saddleback Church. And he had been going to Kenya for over 20 years. And I felt this pull to go to Kenya. And I had to raise funds because at that point, my speaking business wasn't generating a whole lot of income. And I had to raise funds. And I was able to raise the fund. I actually raised more than enough money. And I bought some socks and underwear and took a duffel bag full of socks and underwear for kids. Mostly, and I will say this for our trip, mostly what we'll do is buy things there in country, like school supplies. We will support the local economy by buying things there. But I usually take things like underwear and socks because the quality that they get in the area we go to and it's not as accessible. So I usually take something like that. But for like, if we're going to get school supplies for kids, we will buy it right there in Kitale or wherever we are from the local sources, so we can go ahead and support the local economy. Because that's a problem a lot with voluntourism. I did explain that if you go to basketsbeadskenya.com and look in the Mission Kenya trip. Voluntourism is looked at, it can be a negative and a positive. And the negative side of it is that a lot of people go and they bring stuff and they dump it in the country and they don't support the country that they're in. So we work really hard to make sure that we're supporting. We'll buy all the medicine there. We will buy all the school supplies there. We will buy most everything, obviously food while we're eating. We'll do accommodations. So we'll be pouring back into the economy there. And that's a very important thing. Part of the sustainability aspect of Baskets and Beads. We want to support the local economy and help not just the ladies at Kipsongo and the ladies of Mount Elgon and the people who make the soapstone in the Kisii region of Kenya. And now maybe there's another group in Nairobi that we've bought some things from. We're going to go visit them. And one of the places we're going on the trip is Samburu. And we are going to visit the all-women village there and see what they make. We may bring them on as a supplier. We're limiting the amount of suppliers. We mainly want to get our ladies in Kipsongo to sustainability before we take on too many others. But there have been some others that like the soapstone. The ladies in Kipsongo don't make soapstone, and I'm connected with the soapstone in the Kisii region there. His name's Bonnie, and I met him. He contacted me through Facebook, and while I was in Kenya, he shipped me some products, and I thought that they were really nice and they sell well. And we have actually wholesale suppliers who buy those from us. And so we we are looking to make sure that we invest in the economy there to enable not just, like I said, the ladies of Kipsongo, but also the other resources that we're using there. We will stay at different lodges. There's a place that we stay in Kitale, and then the people there earn income. They serve us food, and we do have planned, by the way, on this trip. I'm planning to make fajita fest.
Oh, that's going to be good.
Yes, I make fajita fest for my veterans group at church. That's my Christmas dinner also, and I made fajita fest just for Layla and her family.
Well, we got to experience your fajita fest.
Yes, you've experienced fajita fest at the veterans, our annual veterans soiree that we do,
and that was wonderful.
Yeah, so I have a vision of what it's going to look like, because it's going to be the ladies and all of us that are there, and it'll be. I've made fajita fest for 50 people before. I've made salsa for 1,000 people in when I was deployed to the Middle East in military. So anyway, I digress. But let me get back to how I got started. I'm squirreling. So I went, and one of the last places we went was the Kipsongo slum, where the ladies of Baskets and Beads live. And we met with them. We brought them some supplies that we had purchased there, food and like beans and maize and blankets and things like that. I had the socks for the kids that I brought over. And when we were getting ready to leave, one of the ladies, Patricia, had gifted me. This is why this is called the Patricia Collection. If you go on basketsandbeadskenya.com, you will see all the paper beads are called the Patricia Collection, because Patricia gifted me with a paper bead necklace like this, a long one. There's two sizes. There's the long, and then there's the medium size, which is just a single strand. So you could wear that like this, or the double strand can be done twice or even 3 times, depending on how you like to wear it. But she gifted me with one of these necklaces, and I thought, wow, she took me into her little hut. There was a little hut right there by the room we were meeting in. And she said, I make all these things to sell, to try to feed my kids and take them to school. And she wanted sponsorship for her son Maxwell to go to school. Well, none of us had any money to buy anything. There were a couple other ladies that had some blankets laid out with some things, some beads like this, some other beaded necklaces, some little baskets, and a couple other little things, keychains and things like that. But none of us had brought any money, so we couldn't buy anything. And we went away, and I was thinking about it, and then I found out that somebody on a previous trip had given them a microloan to get started with the making the beads, so they could earn some money in town. So you'll see some of the ladies walking around like this. They have them, and they're just walking, selling beads in town, or maybe they lay them out on the sidewalk with their things and sell them to earn some income. And the problem right now is that even though they're selling things, the price of food has gone up so much that they can't afford to get the food. So we had provided them a food pack about a month ago. And what was incredible to me, we would spend $800 to $1,000. And if you were to go to basketsandbeadskenya.org, you can see the post on the food pack, what that covered. It was like beans and maize and rice and 2 types of flour and cooking oil and soap and charcoal and green grams, which is lentils, and rice. And it was just a whole list of stuff. Well, now I raised $800, and that I think we got either maize or beans. I think we got beans, cooking oil, 1 type of flour, and maybe some rice. That was it. And that's just in a year's time. So the price of food has gone up significantly. I'm working really hard behind the scenes to get some wholesale resources. I have some things going on that I'll share about later, but I'm praying that those things happen. But so anyway, she gifted me this. I went back to the room that night. I went to sleep thinking about her son Maxwell and Patricia, and I woke up with this idea to buy some beads, sell them with your book when you're speaking, baskets and beads, and made arrangements with just a handful of women, bought a little bit of beads from everybody, filled up maybe half a suitcase. It was paper beads like this. It was beaded necklace, the Dina beaded necklace, which you can see on the website. I think I got maybe some of the seed bead baskets. I got bracelets, I believe. It wasn't a whole lot, but I brought it back. I went to speak at an International Women's Day event and I sold out. I was telling the story and I sold out. And then I doubled the order and I sold out, and I tripled the order and I sold out, and I kept selling out. So I thought, oh, well, maybe I can do a little more to help these ladies. So that's how it's grown from that into now we have it was 5 women, it's 30 women now. And
that's a lot of growth.
Yeah.
By the way.
Right. And it's not only jewelry, and it's woven baskets out of the grasses there, and wooden spoons, and now we have a tailoring group that makes dog bandanas, pillows, aprons, table runner sets, all those type of things. And actually we are closing out. If you go to the website, you'll see the tunic. We're closing that out, and we're going to eventually start making skirts and long dresses. That might not come till the summer when I go there and we pick the fabric. We're trying to work with the fabric makers in Nigeria to see if we can get our own fabric, because the problem is it's kind of hard to get. You pick a fabric and it's great. You don't know if it's going to sell or it's not. You sell it, you can't get any more because they don't do multiple runs of that. It's not like you could get a bunch more. So we're looking to see if we can buy wholesale and develop our own colors of fabric. But in the beginning, we'll probably just do skirts and do dresses out of what we can pick there. And it's called Eastleigh. It's a fabric lover's dream. It's just fabric everywhere. Oh, I love it. The bright colors. Anyway,
I want to real quick chime in. We got Henrietta Nelson, who's streaming from Mustang, Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Henrietta. Thank you for joining with us right now. Appreciate you chiming in and commenting. If you're just, obviously you just got here with us, but Aldana's just been sharing a little bit about the product that you see behind us here, the connection, how this all came about, the story that is tied into the product that we are featuring today. So just wanted to give you that shout out right now. Thank you so much for interacting with us. Maybe you've already purchased product. If you have, we would love to hear a little bit about what you purchased, and tell us a little bit about how you heard about baskets and beads. We would love to hear a little bit. So feel free to interact with us. We will wait to see your comments, and Aldana will continue to talk, but feel free to share your thoughts with us.
Awesome. So the product, I'm calling it the product of the week because this is what we're starting with just 1, maybe 2 products in our temporary studio. When we get to our permanent studio, it'll probably expand a little bit, but we're in a small space, and I don't want to have a lot of product. I don't really have the space,
the room for it.
to bring a lot of products. So we're just doing kind of like 1 or 2 products.
And Aldana and I are really close together right now. Hey, you do what you got to do. You work with what you got, and you just, just do with what you have until you outgrow it, which we obviously are. But it's exciting because, like you said, the space will be hopefully ready soon, and then we'll be able to, showcase from there as well. So.
Oh, Henrietta. Yeah. We met at a bikers event.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Did you know that Aldana rides a motorcycle?
Yeah, I'm a Harley. If you've ever heard me say the little phrase when I speak, it's like I start out with, I'm a Harley riding bad biker chick, military veteran, master negotiator, speaker, author, trainer, coach, Kenya bead queen, girly girl, and most importantly, a mom.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about these paper beads. Let me see if I can get up close to the camera. So these are made out of paper. They're hand rolled. And as a matter of fact, when we get in our permanent location, I'm going to have some paper bead rolling classes. I taught one at an event that I was at for 3 days and had some people come and they really enjoyed it. It was just the fun of rolling the beads. And so I'm not the best at rolling them, but these ladies sure are. And I'm looking to find, I just went by.
And while she's looking for what she needs to find now, if you're wondering, well, what are you doing, Vanessa? Why do you keep putting your head down? And why? It's because we're really we're trying things out, right? We're trying to see what works with how we're going to be going live, some of the platforms that we're using. While Aldana is speaking and sharing with you, I have a keyboard in front of me, and I'm actually corresponding and interacting with others that are streaming with us through other portals that we are streaming from. So that's why you kind of hear me coming in and then kind of my head going down and all that. We're multitasking at the moment. Okay.
Oh, so do you want to test out that?
Well, I'm here now. I put it on my, so here's my phone, ladies and gentlemen. And so StreamYard seems to be the thing that you're using right now, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, okay. I'm using StreamYard. We're testing out because, okay, when you are on the Baskets of Beads page, it's set up for you to register when you purchase something.
Okay.
So I don't know if you...
Is that what we're supposed to look at originally, right? When like, because this is like,
well, are you
okay? So
watching
now
the live
go
video?
ahead and click that now. Watch live video. Okay, so now there's the video, right?
Okay, so we're testing to see if this works on StreamYard because we have it set up. So shopping is going to have to occur on the page. There's too many platforms. I'm going to stay live on them, but if you want to shop, you have to go to the Baskets and Beads page, like the page. And we're testing out to see if on StreamYard, because I have a messenger set up that when you type register, it should send you a note saying, thank you, blah, blah, blah. Here's your email. Then we'll put you into our Shopify database. And then when you buy something, we can just send you an invoice. That's the way that's supposed to work.
So I just put a comment. I put hello, but when it comes up here, it's showing me as a Facebook user, not as my name. However, Henrietta Nelson, her name's popping up. So I'm curious to know, did Henrietta sign up? No, and maybe I didn't. I don't think so. I don't understand why I'm just a Facebook user. I feel really
you're rejected.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. You're just a user of the Facebook.
I'm just a Facebook user. I'm a no name. No name.
I don't know. Maybe it's just I don't know. It's weird.
So
type. You got to type register though.
Literally, like type the word like this.
Yes, register. Because that's supposed to. If it works on StreamYard, you'll get an email in your. We'll check that later in your.
Okay, so I put register. Is that how I was supposed to? It says
register, but I don't know if you'll have to check later. This is fun. This is behind the scenes, actually live.
Like live,
and we're like live.
And here's the thing. Let's just face it. Like the one thing we're definitely trying to do is we're trying to make it as simplified as possible because. Like if we're having a difficult time figuring this thing out, then we can't expect possibly for, the viewers to, it's like we want to make it as simple as it possibly can be so that you come in and everything is where it, it just makes sense. So we're just ironing out the bugs and we appreciate your patience as we kind of, navigate through this whole thing. And these are just the beginnings of it, right? It'll be fun to look back on.
Episode 2, and I'm excited that
remember when we didn't know what we were doing,
right? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So anyway, this is the product of the week. I don't have the sale price up. I'm going to offer this. This is I think it's 27 or 29 on the website, but. If you're interested and you just put sold long paper bead necklace, you'll get it for $20 today. I'm just offering some good specials as we get started. But let me show you.
So what are you telling them to put in the comment?
If they put sold long paper bead necklace.
Okay.
And they're multicolor. So they're not all alike, but they are. They all look similar to this. There will be solid paper beads and multicolor paper beads. Yeah, sold long paper bead necklace. And then you have to register in order to, it'll give me a notice or give you a notice. You'll put your email address in. I'll add you into the database and send you an invoice. And There'll be a couple of dollars for shipping. This is first class. It shouldn't be too much.
And I just put in the comments real quick for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's sold long paper bead necklace is what she's looking for, so she knows that.
So I'm going to show you, if I can. I'm going to put this up to the. If you look here, it's probably hard to see, but this is actually the writing from the magazine that they use. This is all made out of magazines. Obviously, not the seed beads in between, the embellishment. But it's all made out of magazines. Each one of these are a hand-rolled paper bead.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are like, this is colored paper. This one's
the pink one.
This is colored paper here. This one they painted. You can tell just by if you can see the grooves from them rolling it, they didn't paint it. That was paper that was that color. And then there's some of them that have, like this one looks like it's got a barcode on it. And they rolled it so that it's a couple different shapes, and then they string it together, put the seed beads in between, and voila, you have a beautiful long necklace that you can then do like this. Like I said, you can have it like that if you want it, or you could even do it a third time that's long enough to be able to do that. If you wanted to have it, wear it like that, it actually looks like you have a necklace on that you connected. So, or another way you could wear this is, these things are really durable too. I've had the one from Patricia since 2018. So you could, if you wanted to do something like this and tie it in a knot and just have something fashionable like that, you could do that. There's all kinds of ways you could wear this. I usually like to wear it like this, but maybe for being on camera, it would be better like this so you can kind of see it. And it's really lightweight because it's made of paper, and it doesn't look like it's made of paper. I'll grab one of the medium ones. We're not offering those tonight, but this, that you can see basically all the different beads. They're all hand rolled, and they're just incredible. It's really lightweight. And I love the sound of them. Or you could actually do, if you wanted to do more than one, you could have even more of that. So that's kind of I guess you could call this our foundation piece, because I started mostly with paper beads. We have paper bead bracelets. We have paper bead necklaces, sets in different colors. You can see those, but this is the one that's being offered as a special today. And if you're interested, sold long paper bead necklace, it's $20 plus shipping. I think, like I said, shipping will be about $3 or something like that, depending on where you are, because this should be a first class package. Should be able to just put it in a nice protective bag and then put it in a little envelope and ship it right out.
And again, don't forget, put it in the comments, sold long paper bead necklace. We have that up also on the teleprompt for you guys to see as well. And we also have it in the comment section. So that's what we need to see, so we can get a beautiful paper beaded necklace to you. They're really beautiful. And I love how you demonstrate. Yes, you can wear it in the full length, or you can double it up. I've even worn mine where I've layered it on my arm.
I've seen people do that too. Yeah,
where I just wrap it, and I have it on my arm, and I've worn it that way as well. So there's 3 different ways you can wear it, or you could wear it where you double it up, where it's even. You can bring it higher up on the neck, so it's kind of like a choker, and then longer on the bottom, or like how Aldana is demonstrating it right now as well. So it's very versatile. It's a beautiful it's a very versatile piece. It's very colorful. If you're wearing something just very solid and you just need to add that zhuzh of color or something just to kind of enhance just like a solid canvas. I tend to be that kind of person. I know I'm wearing a print right now, but I tend to wear like, especially a lot of black. I don't gray and all that, but I love with baskets and beads because of the boldness of the colors. I could just pop something from baskets and beads on, even the earrings sometimes, the headbands as well. And again, it just adds just that right amount of like color. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing about this is it's sustainable. So it's recycling paper. And then you're also supporting women in poverty. So one of our slogans is from poverty to prosperity.
Yes.
Until all women are in Kenya are either employed or in entrepreneurship. We are there empowering women to create their own micro enterprises. This is a micro enterprise. Each lady has their own business.
Yeah.
All the ladies pretty much make the paper beads. There's some ladies that make the baskets and other things, but all the ladies make the paper beads. And if you look on the Baskets and Beads website, there is a video which actually shows in the video the process of how the beads are made. It shows somebody roll the strips. They cut them in strips. Well, actually, they're kind of from a little bit wider down to narrow for the basic beads, and then these have to be a little bit wider for them to do. And then they roll them on a toothpick, and then they put a little bit of glue on it, and then they put them in a little container until they have enough, and then they string them and they varnish them. So they're actually water resistant. I've gotten mine wet. You can't obviously go in the shower with them or jump in a pool, but if you're out in the rain and it rains, or one time I was I was traveling somewhere for a speaking engagement, and I went into the Delta Club, and I went to get something to drink. I went to get some water, and I hit the soda by accident, and it went on my bracelet, and I just kind of wiped it off, and it was fine. Actually, I did that twice going through that airport. I'm like, what? I did this a second time? So that's the story of the paper beads. If anybody has any questions, you can feel free to put a comment here, or oh, look, Fair Trade Long Beach is there.
And I just joined also. I'm experimenting with the Instagram as well. So again, I'm just running all these tests while we're going live. So don't mind me.
Let me put in a plug for Fair Trade Long Beach, which I have a space in Fair Trade Long Beach. We have over 20 Fair Trade partners there, both global and local. So if you are local to Long Beach, Carson and Bellflower, right there, and there we 4105 Bellflower Unit B, I think, right? And open now that Christmas is done, closed on Monday, but open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, I believe, and then Sunday, noon to 4. And you stop by there, great place to get gifts, and you'll see all kinds of things. Oh, hey, Kim. She's all the way in Annapolis, Maryland. I bet you she's freezing right now.
Hello, Kim. Thank you for chiming in with us. Thank you for letting us know where you're coming from.
I want to say she's gonna laugh at this probably. You know, we're pulling out the cold weather gear here. It's in the 40s. So.
She's like, yeah, okay.
That's freezing for us California people.
Right.
Yeah, she's like, yes, it's cold. That's parka weather for us. So yeah, welcome everybody who's
you got Jordan. Jordan's a friend of mine. Thanks.
Cool.
And Lovely72 D, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for joining.
So what I did, ladies and gentlemen, you don't see me right here because I have it on Aldana. Okay, there we go. Just a little bit there. But if you're just joining us live, I went to my Instagram, started pulling some of my people from my page to come and join us in on the live here with Baskets and Beads. And so if you're just joining us, then I want to share with you that every Thursday at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, we are going to be doing, what is it called? Fair Trade?
BnB Live.
BnB Live.
A sustainable fair trade network.
Yes. So I'm here hanging out with Aldana, and this is our second week going at this. And you're going to get to see beautiful products that are being presented to you, products that you can purchase yourself to support this great cause. And right now we are in a temporary studio as we prepare to go into a permanent space for Baskets and Beads, another location where it'll be a full studio, on-site studio for Baskets and Beads to create tons of content for Baskets and Beads. And so today, the product that Aldana is showcasing is the beautiful paper beaded necklaces that you see behind. And also she's wearing one right now. And you're going to have to rewind on the segment later on so that you can hear the history regarding this particular piece and how this story began. But one of the greatest ways you can support this great cause is to purchase the beads. And today, this is the product that you are showcasing, correct?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
how much can they get it for today?
$20.
$20.
It's if you go to Fair Trade Long Beach right now, it's $29, and I think it's $29 or $27 on the website. So that's a deal, and that's something that'll give you a little piece of Kenya to carry around with you that you can wear with anything. It makes a great gift as well, not only for yourself but for somebody else. And you will get a little tag with a picture of one of the ladies that made the product. And you'll be able to, we're working on a little thing that's going to have more information. So when somebody buys a product, they'll get that too. But that's all in the works.
And so in order for you to get this paper beaded necklace at that $20 price, what I need you to do is in the comments, I need you to put sold long paper bead necklace. Just simply put sold long paper bead necklace. That way we know, and then we can get in contact with you, get your information, and get this beautiful piece shipped out to you so that you can start, supporting it through wearing it. Because there are many times I wear the goods and I get compliments all the time. Like that is everything from the earrings to the headbands. I own bracelets. I have necklaces. What else do I have? I have some of the seed bead baskets in my home. People are always asking, like, whenever I wear baskets and beads, are always asking, like, where did you get that? Or that's really colorful. That's beautiful. And it gives me the opportunity to share with them about baskets and beads and where you can find the product. Online, you have retail space. And now she's getting ready to go into a new space, which will be a space that will just be all baskets and beads. And
look, thanks, Kim. Kim bought a necklace.
There we go. Sold long paper bead basket. There we go. There we go. We understood what you meant. So
yeah. Awesome.
So we'll be reaching out to you, Kim, for that as well, so we can get this beautiful piece to you.
Yeah, I think she's already she's bought before. I think she's already in the thing. So that'll be good. I'll send out an invoice. If not, I'll email you.
I'm going in line now. She says sold long paper bead. Not yet, but I'm going in line now. Okay.
Okay.
Online.
It's not, the price isn't on there. I need to send you an invoice with the discounted price.
Because you're going to get it for $20.
Yeah.
So
it's more on the website now. So yeah. Cool. Awesome sauce.
Thank you so much.
And also last week we had a deal that's still up there is our Heather Gray t-shirt. Right. I'm wearing the red one. The red one's $19. The Heather Gray one is $15. Mm-hmm. So they're if you want to pick up one of those too, that price is still up there. We have some medium, large. No, we have large, extra large, and double X is all we have left of those. So go check that out as well, and that'll be it. So I'm going to show you something that will probably. This is not made by the ladies in Kenya. Let me get one that's a little bit. This is made by me, and I'm going to. If you're local, we're going to do when we get into the permanent space. We're going to do classes on how to crochet these washcloths, and I'm actually putting these in Fair Trade Long Beach on tomorrow's Friday, right? Tomorrow. They're going in tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to show them right now, and if somebody decides they want one, you can put sold washcloth in whatever color, and I'll pull it aside for you. They're $6 and then a couple dollars for shipping, so like $8 total, I think. So this is made out of cotton. It's a handcrafted washcloth that I make. I'm using these. These are a fundraiser for my upcoming Kenya trip. So any of these that are purchased, that's going to go into the foundation account for as a fundraiser. I figured, well, I have to make a lot of these if I'm going to. But this is my thing that I started doing. I've been crocheting. I learned how to crochet when I was a kid, but this is something I started to do as a relaxation thing to detach and kind of while I'm just praying or just watching TV or something.
And unwinding for sure.
This helps me unwind. I think everybody needs to do something like that. So this is a green multi. There's one of these because somebody sitting next to me got the other one. So there's only one of these, but we will, if you are local, we will be doing classes coming up in the spring on how to make these. You'll get the materials and the instructions. We'll have fun get together.
That'll be really
so fun. I have two of these. They're I I don't know what you want to call them, gray coral multi.
Yeah,
There's two
they're
of
pretty,
these.
very pretty colors too.
And then there's two pink multi. So if you like those, like I said, $6 plus a couple dollars shipping. Those aren't on the website. I'll send you an invoice if I see somebody put sold crocheted washcloth, and I won't put these in Long Beach. If you're listening to this after the fact, I'm not holding them after the fact. It's if you're online now and you want one, these are the only ones I have. I was working on them, and I was giving a bunch out for Christmas, and then I just ordered this thing of yarn, and I've just been making them. So I've decided to use those as a fundraiser. So if you see those while we're live and want one of those, I'll pull one of those for you. Awesome. All right.
We're going to get better at this, Aldana.
Yeah, we are.
This is a start for sure.
Yeah, and I'm happy for everybody who's shown up. Thank you so much for joining. It's okay. All right. I will definitely prefer a navy. Oh yeah, blue for Navy games or red for Valentine's. Okay, well I got a red one here, but we'll talk about that. I don't know if I'll have to look and see what blue ones I have. But thank you so much.
You're welcome, Dee. Good to see you. Thank you for joining with us.
Yeah, thanks for joining. And there's more things coming. We're probably going to plan a soiree sometime in the spring. And then we're also, like I said, we're doing the courses, the paper bead rolling class and the crochet class is something that's coming up. Those will be probably on Saturday at our new location. Now, before we sign off, I'll tell you about the location. It's not very far from here. It's Santa Ana / Tustin, and it's about 15 minutes from where I live, which is great. And it's a warehouse and an office space, and we'll have a studio set up there, and we will have a showroom set up there, and then our warehouse for shipping. I'm applying to do some big stuff with some wholesalers, which I'm praying that goes through. Yes. And moving more product, but we'll have a permanent setup, and we already have like the furnishings for that and the lighting and all that. We just need to be in that permanent location. I'm probably going to be delivering the check tomorrow, and I have to get all the insurance, my business insurance to cover that place and all that kind of stuff. But the lease, I haven't signed it yet, but it'll take effect March 1st. We'll probably start moving in before that, but look for, so we'll be doing the stuff in the temporary space up until then. So, but thank you for joining, and I'm looking forward to, for those of you who are local, seeing you come and visit us there.
Absolutely.
I'm probably I used to do way before COVID, when I was still speaking. I still speak on negotiation, but when I was primarily doing Think Like a Negotiator, I would do these connection dinners. We're probably going to bring those back as well. And there's a great place in Long Beach that will probably be doing those, small group of people just to get together and connect and have a good time. So,
and then don't forget, keep joining with us every Thursday, because every Thursday it's a different product. Like today, it happens to be the paper beaded necklaces, and today you get them for $20. So the beauty about the segments every Thursday is that Aldana is offering whatever product she is, demoing that day. She's offering it at a special price. And so that's why too, you're going to want to join with us to see, okay, what is it? What is she going to be showcasing today? And take advantage of that. Make your purchase, and of course, get the word out there, share on your Facebook platforms and so on, share the segments, with your contacts, let others know, hey, every Thursday, this is going down. And our goal this year, of course, is to bring more exposure to baskets and beads. And guess what? You can help us do that.
Yeah. So you can share this out when we go live. You can share it with your friends.
Yes.
And we'll more to follow as we go along. It's kind of one of those things, if you say, oh, we have to wait till it's perfect before we start. No, you don't wait till it's perfect before you start. You just start and you course correct along the way, do an after action review. That's my military speak talking. What worked, what didn't work, what could be improved for next time. and then keep working for constant, never-ending improvement,
Right.
and keep working to get better. So this is all a trial stage. Like I said, I've been doing lives for years. I've been interviewed on CNN, MSNBC, Fox Business, this, that, and the other thing. So being in front of a camera is no big deal, but just getting all these logistics handled, especially in a temporary studio.
Well, know that when you have to be all parts, you have to wear different hats. So,
Yeah.
we're juggling a lot, but we appreciate your guys' support and just your patience as we kind of just, weed through and figure out what's going to work and what's the best way to do this. And of course, yeah, if you have some suggestions, because maybe you have some experience, you can throw us some info our way as we, figure this whole thing out. I'm sure Aldana would appreciate that as well.
Definitely.
So
feedback is the breakfast of champions.
Yes. So
awesome. Well, I am just so grateful for all of you who joined tonight.
Yes.
And if you're watching after the fact, thank you so much for watching. And remember, go to basketsandbeadskenya.com and check out the upcoming trip to Kenya in May, June timeframe. If that calls to you, we'd love to have you. It's not something that I'm like, like programs you try to sell. It's kind of like, hey, I'm going. You want to go with me? If it's put on your heart, come along. You're welcome to come
to have this experience. Because that what I love about every time you go and when you come back and you share, there's video content and photos and everything, and of course just you sharing from your experience. Aldana's very boots on the ground. So like when she gets there, she's there. She is just in the trenches with these women and really just there with them. So you just need to know that saying yes to that this is the experience you're going to get, which is, I think, is an incredible experience. So it's not one of the, like what you just said, like you're trying to sell them in on something or whatever. No, this is, and the fact that you get to do something for these women and being there with them and interacting with them. I believe that it's not only it's going to be life-changing for these women, but it's life-changing for those of us that can also make that commitment and saying, yes, I want to go. So, I believe you'll have a great time on this trip with Aldana. She's a lot of fun to be around, and you're quite the adventurer for sure. So
I am.
Be ready.
Can't help it. It's
going to be an adventure.
All right, everybody. So you all have a wonderful night, and I'm just praying blessings for you. And I will see you soon. Nakupenda.
Nakupenda. Almost. There you go.